G'day team, I'm Belth, this is Dog Shadow Gaming, and we're looking at another episode in our Mordheim City of the Damned. Episode number 3, in fact, on the channel that lives to game and games to live. And we've done pretty well in our last 2 games. I'll jump in now really quick. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. Oh, hang on. Yep, this is the one. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Hopefully you're getting out of it. This is our beginner's guide. We're playing through as the Witch Hunters. Obviously, if you have watched the first 2, you'll know that. If you haven't, I suggest going back because it gives you a bit of a beginner's guide, an intermediate guide, even just some hints and tips maybe for some players that have played a little bit. For those of you who are probably just finding this game for the first time, hidden in the mysterious Steam library, this is a great game. The game is it's a strategy game based off a playstyle very similar to XCOM, or in that theme where you have turn-based. There's so many points. If you've played a D&D game, it's a little bit similar to that, or the Warhammer tabletop, which is what it's based off. It's a really, really good game. There's loads of customization, which I love about it. You get to choose one of the, I think, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 races or factions. And then, yeah, you get to start building your team up. Permadeath is permadeath. And players do expand through the levels, and we're going to go through that now. So, when we last left our intrepid heroes, they just got themselves some skill points, and we were going to talk about that as we came into this one. Just to give you a brief explanation of what we are and where we're running, we're running with the Witch Hunters, which are, they have some heavy tanky units, and then they have a very, very, very solid ranged line. The Witch Hunters and the Mercs both have extremely good ranged weapons. These guys have even better ranged weapons than the Mercs, and they are the only faction in the game that can use the Hochland rifle, which is the longest range, highest DPS rifle in the game. It's incredibly hard to get though, and we haven't got one yet. But hopefully we will get one. Eventually, these guys are using pistols, but eventually they'll all get upgraded to rifles. This will give us huge range superiority. When playing the Witch Hunters, they're a little bit different than the other factions. If you play Chaos, you're very much getting up in their face. It's very melee based. There's not too much range, although you can play them that way, although I wouldn't recommend it. It's very close range. This stuff does have a close range element to it, but most of your special characters, your heroes, so this is your captain, this is your Witch Hunter captain, he's the leader of your group. Then you've got heroes along here. Most of your heroes, and I've got a sort of 2 ranged, then I've got a melee tank healer, a bit like a paladin sort of workup. I've just thrown in, just for a bit of funsies, the Priest of Ulrich, who's kind of a close range heavy weapon. You can put him in heavy armor, although he doesn't generally work best that way. It depends on what you've got. At the back here we've got our knight, and then we've got our backup priest who will be getting geared up pretty soon. We're running with flagellants in the front here. These guys are just, they're like agility tanks, and I'll explain as we go along. If you haven't watched my first 1 and 2 episodes, Mordheim City of the Damned Beginner's Guide, Witch Hunters playthrough, I suggest you go back and watch them to get you up to speed, because it explains a lot about how we've set the guys up. But essentially what you want is a good beefy front line, and then just max like ranged fire. Think of playing it a little bit like if you're playing Total War, if you do play that, and you're playing the like the Empire itself. You know, they've got really great ranged abilities, but they also got very good solid front lines as well. And these guys play exactly like they do on the tabletop and as they do in Total War. They're flagellants, they're almost unbreakable, and they're just there to just rip up stuff. They're nuts. This guy is a little bit different. He's sort of fanatic, but we'll get into that a bit later. I don't want to scoop. So let's move in. On episode 2, I believe we went through each one of these through here to explain what each one of them does. We talked through the reserves and how that works, and that was episode 1 on this one. And then in episode 2, we also talked briefly about, well, actually we went through in pretty good detail about the stats, how different stats change different things. And then we talked about how, you know, you've got dodge, you parry, and then your resistances here. Cool. So we talked all about this sort of stuff. What I didn't go into greatly was inventory. Well, we've actually gone through inventory fairly well, I think, so we don't need to really go into that. We haven't gone through skills, and they have both active skills and passive skills. And these are really expensive, but they're really, really powerful. However, it takes time to learn them. You actually have to have your warriors off the battlefield to learn them. You can't fight them while they're learning a skill. And they take either 1 to, I think the max there is about 3 days. But that's it. You can't use them while they're doing that. So you have to sort of pick when. They're also extremely expensive. These are the cheap ones, and then it goes up to 270 here. So as you can see, and this is passives. So we'll go to actives. Goes up to about 270. But that's quite a lot of money, as you can imagine, just chunking that out. We'll go through them in a little bit more detail. Then you can go into customization. Now this gives you the ability to stuff around a little bit with a couple of things. So you can do like model. So I can change his hat from that to that. I rather like that one. And then we can go and change the color if we want to whatever we like. I just like black myself. I'm a big fan. Then you go down to this one, and each item, or some have more than one style, some don't. Just depends on what you got. And so we can change it now to whatever we kind of want. So, I mean, it's really up to you. You know, Bob, the sky's the limit, realistically. You can do pretty much anything you want here. I like that. That's pretty cool. So and then we can move on to his arms, and from here you can change them. There's 3 styles here, so we can do that. That looks pretty cool. We can do that. I like that one. That looks quite good. And we'll do the same over here. Go style 2, and sometimes they're different. So sometimes you might go left and right, and it's different depending on the character. You can get some really, really, really cool customization here. So all right, so here's his boots, and we can change them as much as we want. Kind of like those. They look cool. That looks cool too. Got a little sort of, it's a bit more heavy armored, isn't it, that one? I like that. That's cool. All right, so let's go hit his belt up now. What can we do with the belt? Okay, we can change it from a book to a little scroll if we want to. I think the book's pretty cool. And then you can go color. So that's cool. Very cool. All right, we can go. We're not going to see this, so it doesn't really matter. But I mean, you can do that. You can change it there, or you can go back to this, which I rather like. And I think we'll just leave it black. So there you go. We can play around with the colors. Some are more dramatic than others, but every character in your team can be completely customized. I'm currently doing a Chaos cult band. And I've got like a Zinch, like mage at the front being the leader. And then I've got Berserker, Khorne Berserkers. Or not Khorne Berserkers, as called Berserker. I just mean Berserker Marauders. Marauders in Khorne colors. And then I've got some Nurgle there. And yeah, I think I've even got a Slaneshi champion in there as well. So you can really customize. It's really cool. Make your own little warband. You can edit the name. We can change this guy to whoever we want. We can edit his biography, give him a backstory. You can really sort of own the character and make it your own. Anyway, we'll come back, and that's pretty much that. Let's come back into this, and I'll go through the skills a little bit. So this guy, most of your heroes, or almost all of them, will start with a passive skill at very least. This goes increases dodge chance by 10% after a successful dodge attempt. Reduces the cost of counter attack performed in response by 1 offense point. So this guy, if somebody hits him or has a go at him, if you've set him up to dodge, he is going to get some good bonuses. Now, if we have a look at his stats, agility, which ups his dodge by 5%, is his highest stat. So they're really pushing you to make him very dodgy. He's not going to be a solid frontliner in heavy armor. Rarely you're going to find that. So he's generally going to wear either very light or cloth or light armor. That's probably as high as you're going to go. And we're going to keep building him into this because we're going to make him a ranged tank. And so if anything does get close to him, a ranged shot, cannon, a glass cannon, anything does get close to him, we want to just be dodging all day long. Okay, with that, let's go and have a look at our passives. What have we got? So across the top, you can see that you've got the same symbols, whether it's active or it's a passive. Now, if you go into this one, you go, okay, so passive. So this is strength, and then it depends on where you've been putting your points as to how much of it's unlocked, right? So I've unlocked a lot of agility. So if we go across to agility, you can see that more of it is unlocked than health because those are the points we've put in, right? So if we go into agility, we've got, okay, so increases the chance to hit during ambush attack, increases the chance to pass climb, leap, and jump tests by 15%. That's not too bad. Acrobatic, when fleeing, increases melee resistance. Counter blow, after successful dodge, increased chance to hit by 15% for a counter-attack perform. Pretty strong. Avoidance, increases dodge chance by 10%. Now that's a good one, yeah? Quick draw, reduces the cost of switching weapons action by 1 point. That's also very good. Where else have we put our points into? Well, we've put them into ballistic skill. So if we go over here to ballistic skill, we've got range attacks bypass 5% of target's armor absorption. Not too bad. Increases range hit chance by 5% when higher than the target. Also not too bad. This is the one I tend to go for first when I'm doing a range. Reduces the cost of reload action by 1 point. Now what this does is, once you get this, especially on your first level guys with ranged weapons, it'll enable them to shoot twice. It won't make a huge difference well, it will make a bit of a difference to him because his reload is already 1. So when he goes for his second reload, it'll still be at 1, which means you'll get 3 shots out of this guy after learning this, and we'll get 2 days to do it. Okay? So this is probably, whoops, my apologies. Sometimes it does that. My apologies. Okay, so this is probably worth doing it, but right now we've only got 255 coins, so it's not worth doing right now. It'll just run us dry. But a brief explanation. So if I'm doing a ranged character, I tend to go with reload so I can get more shots out. Range attacks bypass 5% of range resistance. This is actually quite good. And then bullseye increases the hit chance with aim action by 10%. Sharpshooter, after dealing range damage, critical hit chance increases by 2% for 1 turn stackable. Also really, really good. So if I'm doing a strictly ranged character, a lot of what I'll probably do is this, because I just want to pump out the damage. Up his reload, get as many shots out as we can. Then you've got accuracy, right? So quick decision after dealing melee damage to target. Cool, that's more for melee. Weak spot, attacks bypass 5% of dodge, again. Fatality after deleting. So really, you know, a lot of this is more for that melee damage. Underdog, deep wounds, critical hits. Critical hit damages by 10%. That's probably worth it for a ranged. After dealing ranged damage, a target gains a debuff that reduces range resistance by 2%. Also really, really good. So you might save up and go, all right, well, I'm going to put these 2 top tier ones here, and I might go... increases chance to hit from range, that one, and after dealing damage, range critical, and that one on both of these. Yeah, yeah. So that could be really a workable thing. Now let's go into active and have a quick look. Again, this is what we're sort of pushing for. So let's go and have a look at it. This is also a leader though, so there's also that. Oh, and then the very last one is the actual specific faction ones. I forgot to explain that. So here we've got actions to trial by pain. A range attack targets the hand and deals regular damage. If hit, the target gains a debuff that deals 5 to 15 damage every time a melee or range attack is used for 1 turn, not stackable. So if you know someone's going to hit one of your members, so you're on Overwatch up the back, you do the range attack, they try to hit your member, they take damage. They might still hit your member of your party, but they're going to take damage just for doing it. Burn the Witch, a melee attack. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of them because it'll just take too long. And you want to go on and get into that game. Fanatic Zeal increases the melee chance. So, really good ones. Now, these will change. Here we go. After falling, magic resistance test. Yep. Ardent Cleansing. So, after going Wardstone increases. Yep. Witchfinder's Ward increases poison and Wardstone resistance by 10%. So, there you go. I don't like the Witch Hunter's passives. I don't think they're all that much chop. So, we're not going to do any of them today, but I just wanted to show you that and go through it. Now, each one of these characters has them. If we go to the priest, what he has as an extra is he actually has spells. So he has skills, and yeah, so he's got all these skills, right? So if we go over here, he's got all that sort of stuff. Witch Hunter, yeah, increases it. So he's got all the same passives, and he'll have all the same actives. Okay, what trial by pain, arrange attack, yeah. So But the difference, and this is the one he starts with, when dealing melee damage increases spellcasting chance for the next spell by the next action taken. Okay, so that's really good. Then he gets spells. So his first spell here is removes all active poison effects, increases poison resistance and wordstone resistance by 15%, not stackable. Pretty strong, especially if you're playing Skaven and they're throwing wing globs of poison in. You can just remove that poison effect. So pretty good. So if we go on to one of his actives, this is what he's got. So Shield of Faith. Allies within a 5 meter radius around the caster increase magic resistance by 15%. Not stackable. Word of Damnation. Reduces the magic resistance by 10% and chance to pass all alone. Cool. Armor of Righteousness. Grants immunity to fear, provokes fear, and engages enemies. Increases armor absorption by 10%. Very good. Deny the Heretic. Creates a zone effect that selects the area entering or starting a turn inside the area, inflicts a debuff that reduces current to maximum. So offensive. So that really shuts down the offensive point use. Player Absolution. Allies within the 5 radius around the caster increases armor absorption by 5%, dodge and parry chance by 10%. That is very strong. And then Healing Hands. Restores it to 40 wounds. Very, very strong. So that'll be one of the first ones I get. And then Soulfire. Enemies within a 5 meter radius around the caster deal 10 to 15 damage, bypassing armor absorption. Both of those really, really, really good because he's always in the front line. And that's you got to pay attention to the wording. Enemies within a 5 meter radius. Some of the spells, especially the Chaos ones, will hit everyone. So you got to be very careful about how you use it. Again, I will do an episode with my Chaos Warband's a bit higher. I'm using my Chaos Mage, and he's got this really cool sort of tunnel of like poison and acid that just spits out, and then it hits them for the next turn again. So it's quite cool. But yeah, so this guy can be a really effective paladin type character in the front lines. Really, really cool. So that's what we're going to go with him. Cool. All right. So I think we'll leave it at that. I think you get the general idea of how you can really, really build them out. And just because this is how I play my Witch Hunters doesn't mean this is how you have to play yours. You can play them any way you really want to. This is just the build that I'm going with at the moment, and we'll just see how it goes. Now, at the moment, we currently got our young noble, our knight. He's on the bench at the moment. He's getting repaired. He'll be out for 4 days, and we have lost one of our flagellants for 4 days. But otherwise, we've got a full and hardy team ready to go. Now, let's go quickly to the Smuggler's Den. We don't have any shipment requests right now. We do have 39 weight of Weirdstone. So what we can do is we can have a look at what's Sigmar's Haven. What does that give us? Reduces training cost of leadership skills. Yeah, okay, yeah. Reduces training of toughness skills. That's pretty good. Reduces the training cost of weapon skills. That's also very, very good because weapon skills we're going to be using for a lot. And then what does it give us down the end? This also gives us Assist to Superior. So they're pretty good. Now the Brigands give us alertness. Yeah, it's pretty good. Ballistic skills. That is actually pretty good because we're going to use that. Strength skills, agility skills, and we get a young blood. So we already got a young blood, so that's not that cool, but he will be a level 7. What I am interested about for the Brigands is getting those ballistic skills because that's going to be our hero and a lot of our damage is going to be coming out of that. So what we might do, we get plus 5%. So if we go to these guys and we'll just go, you know what, we're just going to give you a little, we're going to send a shipment. So we're going to send our 39. We're going to get 234 gold for it. Boom. It's going to go there in 1 day, so we'll get our money by the next day. So let's head off to the map now. Now, what have we got here? Marked for death. Very poor, very poor. Weirdstone Rush. Very poor, very poor. All right, so that's our first mission battle. And I won't go through it just yet. We'll give it a couple of matches before we go through it. You want to be fairly strong. They are usually endurance, and you will come up against an elite, and an elite is pretty scary. We don't have one yet, to put it this way. They're quite tough. They'll take out, usually, depending on who you're fighting, of rats and mutants, so we're probably going to be fighting Skaven by the sounds of it. We will get a rat ogre that we'll have to fight. So you've got to have your guys at a level where they can withstand both the terror and the punches it's going to put out, which are not going to be very nice. Crush the wheel, and we've got average. Well, that's crap. And that's no good. So that's probably going. Warband deploys tightly around its wagon, and the other divides in 3 strikes. Okay, so this is the one we're going to go for. Now, if you launch mission, somebody asked me the other day, what happens if you just launch the mission? Well, if you just launch the mission, it's going to just deploy you. Whatever the way it likes to deploy you. if you launch and deploy, then you get to have that choice. So let's get in there. We're going to, I always launch and deploy. Okay, we're in patrols. Okay, well, we're in patrols. That means that we're going to be the ones in the 3 groups. So always, first thing you do before you touch anything else is check out the battlefield. Right. So first off, who is it? It's a Relentless View. See the symbol by the cartwheel? That means it's another Witch Hunter band. Now with the Witch Hunters, the way I like to play them is it's all about trapping your enemies. You really want to try and trap them. Give yourself advantage. Try to get your guns high. Now, okay, so they're tightly packed around their wagon, right? So within 1 turn, they're going to be sort of here. 2 turns, they're going to be sort of here. Or, well, probably 2 to 3 turns, they're going to be around about here, right? So we're going to kind of we're going to get to about here. We'll probably get into here, and we can probably get a couple of these buildings, right? Now, I wouldn't mind getting this average. When you had a look at it, there was, I think it was poor wordstone. So there's a lot of it, but what it'll mean is a lot of it's probably just little bits and pieces. There won't be any too, like, massive big catches. So there'll be little pieces of that. However, it did say average loot. So that means there could be a couple of purples or even a couple of blue pieces in here. That can really up the defensive or attack ability of your team. For instance, you pick yourself up like a purple Hochland rifle, you automatically just up the damage massively for that unit. So these are not something you want to ignore. You still want to try and get that weird stone, but you can't, like, you can get weird stone all day, every day, right? Every mission you're going to get it. However, you can't get items any other way than picking them up off other people, off the opponent, or picking them up here or buying them in the store. And the store rotates, so you might not necessarily get what you want. So what's going to happen is we're going to put some fairly fast guys here. I would say we're not going to go anywhere near these guys. We're going to go boop down here. We're going to try and take this, and then we're going to drop down here, and we're going to come across. We're going to move across to here, where I would ideally like to fight them, to be absolutely honest with you, is here. So there's, if you have a look here, you can see there's a drop down. See that? That's a drop down. So there's a drop down here. This is a lower level, right? So this is a bridge by the looks of it, and it's out here. You can see that. So there'll be a drop down here in the house somewhere. So we'll be on a top level. They'll all be on the top level. There's a drop down there. There's a drop down there. There'll be... All right, so see, there were stairs there, but they're broken. That means they can't get down there, but they'll be able to get down through the houses. So they'll probably end up coming down through here. They'll come down through here, and they'll end up around here, and they'll probably pile in down here as well. So there is, by the looks of it, yeah, cool. So our guys here are going to have to move across because we don't want to engage them anywhere around here. So they're going to have to move probably down to here and then move across, because that should take them 1, 2 turns, 3 turns to get down. We should be able to, if we don't dawdle, unless these are massive, we're going to just bypass them. We're going to try to put fairly fast guys, whoever our fastest outside, yeah, because that'll be our leaders, will be our fastest guys. So our leaders will probably come down here. They'll try and pick up all this weird stone that we can get, and they'll try and take all these bits and pieces here and here. So we'll go after this straight away. We'll go after this. We'll try and take this and probably these 2. These 3 guys will be our second fastest team, and this will be our slowest team because they have the least distance to run. So think about how fast or slow your guys are when you're mapping them out. Wherever they're going to end up, whatever the shortest distance usually is what you want to do. Now, in this case, that you would think, well, put your slowest guys in this, because if you want to fight here, they've only got 1 move to go. The problem with this is that we still need to pick up something. So having them down here, there's an opportunity to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Potentially, depending on what's going on here, there's more there as well. Potentially. My guess is this is upstairs, though. These guys, they're going to have to come a fair way and drop down. There'll be a drop down here, and then there probably won't be another one until over here somewhere. These guys only have to come straight across and pretty much drop down and straight in. All right, so that's the explanation. Let's get into it. So first one's our leader. He's going to have the highest move points. We're going to want him to just bang that and put it straight away, and then probably move over here. Then we're going to move some of our other shooters. The other point of getting our shooters is we're going to put them all up in this business up here. Try and get line of sights on this area, and try and really find a way to get a advantage on range and height. Okay, so we're going to move him now. Yep, that's going to be real quick. Okay, so this guy is fairly expandable. And just have a quick check. Where is that? Yep. That works for me. Okay. Cool. This is our, actually, that wasn't our leader. This is our leader. Let's have a quick look. He's got 6 points as well. Actually, he's got 7 points. So we'll see. We might get him up here and then back to the cart, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. If I put him here, he can take these two and then move. Yeah. Okay. Oop, no, back one. You're there. Guns here. No, so we won't do that. We won't put him there because he is one of our tanky characters, but he's not the tanky character. So you got 5 points, so you're not too bad. I'm going to move you, over here. And then I have to put one there. I'm not going to put you there. No, you're going to go there. Okay. And then you're going to go... No. Yep, you're there. Now this is our tank, and he's going to be the slowest moving one of the lot. So he's definitely going there. Plus we need something to defend these guys. Who else have we got? I think that's it. Yep. So he's going there. Cool. Okay, so straight off the bat, we're up first because we're almost definitely, we're running fairly light. Oh yeah, so purple potion would have been much better if it was something a little bit better than that, but still, not a bad little find. And the bonus here, guys, is that I can offload this straight away. Now, as soon as I offload it into my cart, what I'm doing here is, number one, if he drops, he's not going to lose it. Number two, it also frees up his slots, so he can now pick up other stuff, which is great. So let's send him forward and see if we can't get some of these. Because we'll get 3 of those and maybe even get back. Let's see, because we barely used any points. Watching for those traps. There's a trap right there. What else can you see, my man? Oh, there's something there. Okay, so let's retrace this a little bit. Back to here. Let's see if we can get... Oh, there's a trap there. Okay, so we can almost get into this. So that'll be his second point. Okay, now these guys need to get out of dodge really quick because they're all stacked around here, remember? So it's not that far for them to get over here. This does look tempting, but not worth it. You will definitely engage them, and that'll be the end of that. Remember, as soon as they see you, they know you're there. And so we don't want a bar of that. What we want to do is, if we can... Have they seen us? No, we haven't seen them. They haven't seen us. What we want to do is see if we can get down almost immediately. And is this open? Alright, so we can get down here and this opens us straight into here if we want to. Where's this? I want to put a marker on that. It's in there. Okay, yeah, we got to it. That's cool. Oh, not bad. Heavy, Mandrake, Warp lock pistols. Now we can't use the warp locks, but we can sell them, so that's a bonus. And from here, he hopefully should be able to get down. I think he will. Oh, there's a nice big chunk of something right there. Okay, so now you're going to go get that and that. Whoop. We got too many markers already. So we're going to get that. Okay, so we got one. Okay, now the secondary bonus objective here is to steal their idol. It's not going to happen. If you're all separated, sometimes if you're in 2, 3 different groups, you know, if you've got something fast, you can have it. But most of the time, guys, I just completely ignore the steal their idol. It's just not worth it unless you're Skaven. If you're Skaven and you've got something that moves really, really quickly, like you've done something up with initiative hardcore, or, you know, they have a long reach and they're very, very quick, then yeah, you could possibly go for it. But in my opinion, honestly, most of the time, it's just not worth the hassle. You are separating your team massively and creating a potential death trap for yourself. Now that's upstairs by the looks of it. We don't want to touch that trap. And we can get up there, but it's going to take a movement point. We'll have to get up here and then get in through here and back in. Now we can do it, but it'll probably take 2 turns, and then we'll have another turn. Now they'll be moving down. They'll probably get some stuff here. Look, we probably could do it. I'm just not sure it's actually worth it. I feel like we're probably better off just looking for something a little bit closer and letting it go. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you just got to go, you know what? It's just not worth it. Now this thing is inside the house. Yeah. Much better trade. Oh, heavy blue armor. Amazing. Are we going to be able to whack that straight in the chest and guarantee we get it? Well, unless we somehow fail. Which we will not do. It will never happen. Okay. Now, because it's Witch Hunter versus Witch Hunter, obviously a lot of the initiatives are quite high. It's not a bad thing. It's it means that our ranged will give us should give us good damage because it's not having to absorb too much armor before we hit. The dodge will be a lot higher though to hit, so there's a payoff. This is the scary part where you haven't seen hide nor hair of them yet and you just don't know what's happening. Okay, so we managed to get that one. Oops. That one's done, so we need to get that. And if we can, we'll try to get that. And that's a big one there, so we'll definitely get that. So for this guy, there's nothing behind us. No, so he's just going to run straight up in here and we're going to try and get him either to try and hit this and then get back up in here more than likely. Cool. All right. Well, that could be potentially a trap. Yeah, we're just going to overwatch right here. Those stairs don't look to be broken to me. They look perfectly good. That's concerning. That means I can get down there. That is going to speed them up considerably because I thought those stairs were broken on the map. So we're going to have to be careful here. We're going to have to get in here, grab this stuff, and then pull back. Because if they can pile down there, that's a bit of an issue for us. Well, it's not really. It just means we can 2v1 as they come down the stairs if we get it off right. The advantage of numbers is always preferable. Now, where are we? Aha, we're over here. Now, we've just seen our first priest, and he's seen us, so we want to bail and get down. We don't want none of that. Your objective is always to regroup, yeah? Always. You don't want to be hanging around, you know, oh, let's do a 3-on-3. You always want superiority of numbers. This is always the winning ticket. So if they're heading that way, they could be heading, there's probably guys heading here. We'll find out very shortly. We are going to get this because it's just too big and too good to give up. And what can we see? So we've run to here. What can we see? No, we're still seeing nothing. Okay, so if we move up. Aha, we've just spotted our first guy. Yeah, he's way up. He's at least 2 turns away from us. That's fine. We can snap this up. Cool. We probably won't be greedy and go for the next one. Probably leave it here because we're going to want to backtrack, head down, and group up again. So, yeah, we're here. So we're going to want to get out of here, and we can jump down. So that's what we're going to do. Let's move our guy. And, yep. So our team's just ahead under this arch. Now there's also a couple of bits and pieces for us to pick up. So our boys here are going to go straight across. Let's have a quick look at that map. Yeah, we're probably not going to touch that. We're going to come straight across here. We're going to see if we can get our hands on that, more than likely. Yeah, well, let's... Okay. Cool. We'll leave that one there. There's that one there. We're going to pop our mitts on that and see if we can't get to it. Okay. That's as far as we're going to get this turn, however. I don't know if we're going to get to it in the next one, but either way, it'll get us closer to our drop-down point. Oh. Time to move. Closer than we thought. We couldn't see him. Have we been too greedy? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Nah, we should be right. If we went for the next one, then we would definitely be being way too greedy. Way too greedy. But we should be able to bail out at this point and regroup. Let's look at this map. So... we've got a zealot, we've got one priest. We don't quite know whether... well, he's 31 armor, so he's not super heavy armor. Their priest of Ulrich is super heavy. That's 29, so he will be pretty heavy. Now, this guy's pretty slow. He's also a tank. And look, here they are already jumping down. So we're going to be wanting... if we want to create the fight here. So what we need to do also is we need to see where the sight lines are. So we're going to have to move forward one way or the other because our tank is our priest. So is there a sight line? So as we can see there's a space above this cart where yes, you're going to be able to get a shot off as long as we can get in there. Hopefully we can. They're going to come down by the looks of it. They're going to be coming down through the buildings. So our priest is going to want to sit round about here to engage. No, we don't want to do that. Yep, so he's going to engage anywhere in that circle if something runs at him, which is pretty much perfect. That's where we want them to bottleneck up, and so we get all the shots in the world with them. Right, now we've got our Ulrich priest. He's rocking the wolf's helm and the wolf coat and the big two-handed axe of Ulrich. Now this guy's pretty slow, so there won't be stuff on around here. We're going to get him to get down as quickly as humanly possible. Or empire possible. Yeah. No worries. And we're just going to kick back. Okay. So our boy here needs to get in here. We're going to take the weird stone here. It's only a little fragment, but we knew it was probably going to be that. Okay, so that's our first one. That's cool. We're not going to get a chance to get back to the cart now. So what we need to do is two things. We're looking for the other... oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so that's exactly where we want to be. We're going to bring the fight to us. Cool. Awesome. Right, and you're going to stand right there. He's now on Overwatch. If our flagellant there decides he wants to come or running, that's cool. He can do that. It's going to cost him. Cool, and we're down. Success. There's our boys there. We're going to run over here and pick this one up. Oh, inventory's full. Okay, can't do much there. Then we won't be doing that. What we'll be doing is moving forward, because we want to drag that fight into here. So they know we're down here, and as soon as they spot our people, it's kind of, sometimes you want to let them spot you and then drag the fight to you, as I've been saying. Hopefully not too repeatedly. Alright, so with our leader here, where are we at here? Let's have a look. What have we got? Okay, so we got that. We got that. So we've managed to get all that. We got the couple that were here. We might be able to get one of the boys to come in here and grab this on his way. Probably him. He'll be going for this. As you can see, they're piling in down through the building. We're going to get great overwatch shot here, which is great. This priest is probably going to come down here, and this guy's going to come down the side here. So our reinforcements are moving in from the west. We've got reinforcements moving in from the east, and we're moving in through the south. So we want to create this funnel. We're going to drop down here. We're going to get shots after shot after shot. So we're going to get our leader straight up here. We're not going to stuff around anymore. There's no point risking more. You just want to get up there and get to shooting. Now, I wonder, can I... It's interesting. I wonder if I'll get shots from there. Maybe. This doesn't have the greatest range though, I don't think. So we could set up here like so. Or we could set up top. I feel like we'll use the sky. You'll get, yeah. After this, we've got a couple. Yeah, I'm going to set him here. So this guy's going to run straight at the top. Okay. As he comes in, Overwatch. Bugger, missed. That's okay. There we go. That's what we wanted. Alright, so because he got Overwatch twice, that counts as him using up his action points, which is cool, or his tactical points. His blue pills. Cool, cool. Alright. So already this is pretty good. We're getting good lines of sight. They're all just funneling in, which is lovely. Now, I really want to get up top so I can get over fire on them. So I'm going to leave this for the priest to pick up. Because, hang on, we want to do that better. I'm trying to avoid this trap as much as we can. We're going to hug this wall. We're going to get around here, get in as close as we can before we hit this step. Okay. %chance, this should be good. Okie dokie. There's nothing up here to loot, so that's cool. We're not here for that. We've got an Overwatch here. We're going to move to this, the edge of this right here, and we're going to get some beautiful shots down, hopefully. Okay, second priest is... What are you doing? Yep, coming down. There you go. Now, we don't want them to head off to the west from here. We really want them... Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so we do have a shot there. That's okay. We can relocate. Okay. Damn it. Not as effective as I would have liked. Okay. I'm gonna get 2 shots. Yep. This is both a blessing and not. Because he's engaged us so far from our line, from our fire zone, that's going to be a bit of an issue. We're going to want to move over here. This is a bit too good to give up. So we don't really want to. What's the next one? Don't really have time to go for any more. I could get greedy and go for the other one, but we really don't have the time for it. So we're going to move up here and get ready. On our next turn in, we should be able to get in to engage fairly well. Now, what else was around here? Where was our... It is there, but are we going to be able to get in there? I think that's over one, which we're not going to be able to get into, I suspect. No, we can't get into there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to Geronimo down. And we're going to engage. Like so. 30% dodge chance, not too bad. Okay. We're going to need it because he's got a dagger, which means he's going to have a higher chance to hit as a fast, sort of speedy weapon. Here we're going to... No, not going to give it to us. Can you... Are you going to give it to us? No. Hang on. I think they will. I believe it will happen. We need to go back to here. Get in as close as we can. You'll notice I do this a fair bit. Sometimes you just need to. Just a couple of mil sometimes will get you what you need. No, I can't get down there because he's on top of it. Destination point of... Yeah. Destination point. So I can't get down to either of those, which is unfortunate. What do I have? There's an up there. There's another down over there. Hopefully I don't get engaged after the point. Alright, so it's going to be another... another move before I can get into the engagement. Okay, here we are. We've just popped down. We're going to run straight for the battle. Our boy here's probably going to get 2 times. There we go. Came in behind. Figured that might happen. That's an unfortunate engagement for us, because he's probably going to win that. He got a really good crit off on the first, which is a pain in the ass. But whatever. These things happen. And now he's going to get double teamed, I would say. Was worried this might happen. Well, I mean, look, we could have gone the long way, but this was the shortest route, and we went through it. Just goes to show you, sometimes the shortest route is not the best route. Oh, what happened there? Someone jumped down. Uh-huh. Okay. We're a little bit spread out. I'm not... Okay, he's gone. We're a little bit too spread out, and our firepower is not really bringing us much because half the engagement's over here. So we're going to have to send bugger. Probably going to, because there's way too many of them over there. So we're going to have to send the priest to engage somewhere here, and I'm going to want him engaging on... Yeah, hang on, what do we got here? We've got a 70. 78. We'll, actually, we probably should have gone the other guy, but that's okay. Now, what we should have done there is we actually should have taken the leader, because that's the leader there. Would have put 3 people on him, which would have given him a surround. He would have had to pass fear checks. But this isn't like, it might look, oh, it's a bit... But it's not too bad, because what we have here is we've got his leader and he's surrounded and he's taken quite a lot of damage, and that's going to be a huge hit to the morale. And this is why I don't usually like the Priest of Ulrich. You've got 10% dodge. That's all you got. So he's going to just take whatever this guy gives him because he's not going to dodge. He's not going to be dodging too much of those. We are, however, going to get an awesome shot on this priest. Oh, crit. Look at that. And if you're thinking about the skills we were talking about before, that's where they would have come in useful because it would have pulled down another point. And then your reload's getting cheaper, obviously. We are going to get a shot in here. Ooh, 80% chance to hit and he dodges. Well done. Okay, we got a 40% chance to dodge, plus we get an extra, whatever it is, 20%, 10%, whatever it is. This guy's going to get shot. So this is actually pretty good engagement for us because this priest is going to go down more than likely. Oh, another crit. Nice. We're not getting another shot, unfortunately. We'll just end it there. There's not much point. Ooh. Cool. Failed the jump. Lost 6 points. Not too bad. Now, what we really want him to do is go forward, not come over. Nah, he's all right. Nothing you can do about that. On the plus side, this guy's wearing very light armor. He has a shield and a spear, which gives him extra dodge and extra parry and extra armor without being... Isn't this... No, lovely. 3 on 1. Okay. Benefit of this, however, is that now... Going to get an aim shot on this guy, and we're going to drop him. Down you go. Cool. And we're going to reload. This is our pause. Oh, that's unfortunate. Cool. Well done. So this is fine, man. Hit all day you want on the flagellant, so I couldn't care less if they go down. Okie dokie. Now, we've got an opportunity here, and so let's just talk about this really quickly. There's an opportunity here. Obviously, we're gonna run in, but we want to think about what do we want to do first. Well, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to watch for traps, and I am going to thieve from them. Cool. I get a hammer. Cool. And then I've got a choice. Do I want to hit the guy over here with the shield and the sword, or do I want to take the guy with the double hammer? Well, they're both wearing light armor, so is this guy wearing maybe... He's wearing light, I think, and the priest is wearing cloth. But the priest is a named character, right? So he's a hero, so he's of much higher importance. So I'm going to move right around here to make sure I enable enough room for my other guy who's coming in to get into the circle of attack. Miss, that's cool. Gonna end the turn. Okay, so we've got 2 attacks here, this guy or this guy. There's 70% chance on hit here, 60% here, so it's fairly obvious. We're gonna have a go. He's gonna die in this turn. Unless he does some miraculous dodging, which I don't see it happening. Once these guys get up to about, you know, sort of 60, 70 dodge, they're pretty hard to hit. But while they're low, be prepared to lose a couple. That's just what I'm going to tell you. Now, again, we're not going to be paying any attention to that dude. We want this guy. Even if we don't hit him, it doesn't matter. We're applying pressure to the hero, which is better. Okay. So the other thing to remember sometimes is you want to burn their dodge, right? So if he's put his dodge up, I'd rather burn it with my crappy flagellant and then hit him with Ulrich, my priest of Ulrich. Down he goes. There we are. So we've lost one. Yeah, he's not going to get much. That's something you got to look out for. If you've got a particular character with some pretty good gear and he goes down, there's a good chance he'll get looted of that gear. And you got to kill that guy. You're going to lose it. Oh, here we go. That is going to be quite lovely for us. Sounds like someone's trying to climb around. I'm not too stressed. If he walks in here, he's going to get double teamed. That range is going to be too far. So we don't have to worry too much about that. Okay, he's going to jump down. But I don't know if he's going to get an attack. He might. Okay. Not too bad. He's going to come after my hero. That's what I would do. Okay, we've got a knight on the field. Where's he? And how heavily armored is he? I didn't see his initiative. Okay, well, hopefully we get a hit. No, this guy's going to be quite dodgy. So that was a mistake there. Obviously, going after him. We should have ignored him and gone for the hero character first. It is what it is, though. We've got 30% parry. Honestly, 30% isn't going to do a whole lot. Ooh, come on. Land one more, and we've got... Oh, we missed it. Damn it. That would have been nice. Anyway, we've got our dodge. We're going to have to really need it next turn. Okay, so we've got a choice here. We can either go after that priest, who, remember, he's in melee, so we're going to take a chance to hit, massive chance to hit loss. Whereas this guy, it's a free shot. I don't have to move. I don't have to do anything. And bingo, bango, we got straight up to a shot. Now, we're not going to be able to do much with this. We are going to go into dodge stance, just in case there is somebody climbing up. I don't think anybody got past us. Okay, and this all day, that's all we're going to do is just go after this guy. Dodge chance is 40%. Pop it up. Okay. Nice. So this bird's nest is working quite well for us, this high hide. It's a heap of free shots. And what's lovely is we're trading, right? So everything in this game is about trading. It's value for value, yeah? We're getting awesome damage and we're not at risk of taking any, and that is the key. Oh, we got a parry at 30, what is it, 34%? Fantastic. You just saw the first parry. And we get a return shot, which is beautiful. This can be really, really strong in tanks. So you can set up some of the skills right where you encourage people to hit you. There's a really high parry chance you're going to parry them, and every time you do parry, you get to hit them back. So you not only get to hit them when they're hitting you, you also get to hit them in your own turn phase, which can be very, very powerful. So we're going to see if we can get a name shot on the priest here. Yep, good. And we're going to reload. So there's two kinds of shot, right? There's the standard shot where you're not aiming, and then you have an aimed shot. And depending on this is with range characters, of course, I'm speaking. We're not going to need to do any of that. We will do a perception, just to see what we can see. Is there anything around us? Here was a box we already opened. Right, there's a bad guy there. There's nothing else. Okay, cool. So we're going to finish it there. So we're doing fairly well here. Not too much to worry about. He's dodging all day. He's pretty happy, so that's good. And I'm more than happy for him to go after him. Now, if he's probably going to land this next one, he could drop out. Oh, that was really good. Thank you very much for going after him. That's excellent. Okay, now... All right, fantastic. That now frees up our guy. Now again, we're going to be looting here. Nope, we don't want that one. We've already looted that one. So we're going to loot. What do we get? We get a great flower. That'll be good for selling. Okay, and from here, this guy's got almost full health, right? Oh, that was stupid. We'll end the turn. Ah, fantastic. So that's now 3 of their characters, their heroes, out of action. Their morale will be pretty shaky right now. They do have a young blood popping around somewhere. Now we can double team on this guy, but what I'm going to do first, I'm going to zip around here. I'm going to pick this up. There we go. Well, we got the opportunity. And then we will double team. Cool. Now we're not going to flee. We're going to kick back and relax. He's got up. It's cool. Can't do much in this turn. What this does now is it enables us to get another shot on him. Oh. There is another one of our fanatics. Okay. That was very lucky because he didn't go after our Priest of Ulrich. So we're going to try and back our priest out because he's useless now and he's going to drop if we don't. We're going to try and back him out, get away. Cool. We're going to get shots on him now. Let's see if we can even up the odds a little bit, and we can, which is fantastic. What do you got for me? Excellent. I'll take all of it. Now, that young blood that's coming in, we're going to want to be dealing with him because as soon as we drop him, it's end of turn. It's bye-bye. Now, he's going to go in after those two. And we're going to want to... I think we've got... Hang on one second. Yep, our pack is full, so we can't pick anything up, so that's cool. We can charge this guy. I really want to get this guy... We do have 2v1 there, and he's almost dead, so they'll be dealing with him pretty soon. If we can drop one more guy, that'd probably do it for their morale. Let's have a go. So the choice there was pretty simple, guys. Either we try to drop another guy quickly, and I want to move this guy away. I don't want him taking any more fire, so I'm just going to bail him straight out. That's not good. Can we get away? Yeah, I think we can. What else has he got on the field? Let's have a look. He's got this guy up here. He's got some bloke running around up here for some reason. He's down. We've got one here and then the knight coming in. But we do have two guys there. We've already taken that. Can he be of any use? Maybe he could get up and get this. Because if we can get him away. So let's just have a wander around with him. Where is it, I wonder? Aha, it's over there. Right, well, we're not going to be able to get that. And our boy there can drop down and take us out. So we don't want to be anywhere near that. So this is probably the safest path for us. What have we got? Bugger all health. So we're not going to be jumping down there either. We're just going to be running back this way. Completely out of line of sight for fire. That's it, he's done. I don't want him to drop, so we're going to aim shot this. So that's standard shot, aim shot. This should drop him. Right, now, there's a very good chance that on the next round, that's going to be all she wrote. Now, I don't want to block this, right? Because we've just used up his shot. So if I can get to here, I'll be able to shoot through the window. And I should be able to shoot him on the next round. Add anything. And I won't block. This shouldn't block that area either. Because he's going to move in. Okay, so we're going to end the turn there. Oh, that was lucky. We've had some really good stun shots this one. This round has been amazing for them. Going to go into dodge stance. Cool. Now he's fully ammoed up. So we're going to move out to the window. No, we're not going to be doing that. Standard shot. Oh, 75. And we miss. You're a lucky man. I'm going to reload. Hopefully we get at least one shot in before he gets into... There we go. Now these can be really good, especially when you've got that reload up, because you can get 3 shots in. So you're thinking, oh, it's not that, they're not that amazing compared to the guns. That's true, but they're a lot quicker to reload. So if you get the reduction in reload, I've actually had this guy with a pair of purple versions of these. So you've got white, blue, purple as your tiers of weaponry, and they get better and better with stats. I've had purple versions of these with reload reduction, and you can do like 4 shots. Which at, you know, and once you get crit up, you can be doing like 25, 30 for 4 shots. So you can imagine how that damage would stack. It's beautiful. We're going to just go into... let's have a quick one of these, just for the sake of it, because we've got points and we don't need to save them. By the way, your points reset, they don't carry on. So that's all it's going to show us. That's cool. That was very quick. And he passed his all alone. Look at this guy go. Okay, we're gonna take that 77. Wow, this guy's good. He's got a lucky rabbit's foot on, this guy. Just avoided all my shot. Sometimes that happens. Not much you can do about it, unfortunately. We're just gonna end it because there's not much else you can do. Right, so here we are. We've got... I'm going to send this guy down to deal with this. He's got fairly high health. And this other is going to be shooting in the back. So I'd rather him deal with this. And now you've got high dodges against high dodges. Oh, that's lovely. That's going to... Only problem with happening with these guys is they only get 1 shot. So it's kind of, unless you've got others stacked around him. If that had happened on the first one, that would have been really nice. But... oh, he's got his dodge, well done. So we should get him on the spear, if we get the chance. As I said, I'd rather the guys here take it than the hero. Okay, who are you going for? Just rifling through all the positions, trying to pick up what he can. Now outside of the helmet he's about as heavy up as you can get. That axe is good. Axes are very good at getting past armor. So basically they ignore a lot of armor. Hammers have very high damage. I can't pick that up, unfortunately. So we're going to get a charge on him. We are. Now, when you get a charge, it will give you 10% extra damage, but it'll give you a... it lowers your chance to hit. So if I just walk up and engage, it'll probably go up to about 77%. If I charge, I'll be at 66. I'm going to charge anyway, because he's in heavy armor. So I know he's got a lower dodge rate because of that heavy armor. If he was like wearing light armor, I would have just wandered up to him. Okay. All right, here's our boy. Archer's still up there, so we don't want any of that action. We're just gonna come around the back here, and we're gonna hit back to here. We're gonna come up in here, and we're gonna get ourselves some of this action. Cool. Cool, and then we're gonna drop on that. Now I'm hoping that might have been stupid because this guy might be able to shoot me. I really hope he can't, but we'll see. So aim chance, because he's engaged, we're gonna have a look at it. Who are we going after? We're going after the knight. Crappy chance to hit, but we made it, so that's cool. Gonna reload. As soon as that knight drops, that'll be it. Moral will plummet with it. Are we engaged with the other guy? No, we're not. Oof. Missed. Oh well. It's dodgy against dodgy at this point. And I should be the dodgier. Okay, 45, 65. Let's go to 65. Cool. Reload. 65. There we go. Beautiful. And we're going to reload again. Cool. It's going to be... Yep, there we go. Route test. So, something to go for. You always want to prioritize heroes. This becomes less effective the much higher you get, because most of those frontline characters will then start building morale. So they will take big hits always from taking out the leaders, and the leaders are going to be big hitters. They're going to be hard. So with witch hunters, never mind. The voice acting in this is really, this guy is really cool. Now each faction's got a little bit of a different one. You wait till I do one on the Skaven. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's full on. They did a good job of it, I think. Okay, cool. Yeah, got some martial skills. He's got some. Cool. Excellent. Now, I think we only had one drop. Yeah, warrior suffered internal damage that will never heal properly, which degree pain. Loses one offensive point. Oof. What is he? He hasn't even hit level 1. We're going to get rid of him. Who's that? Which is it? Erwin Newbert. So he's gone. Yeah, cool. Gee, what did we get? Yeah, we got some stuff. That's not too bad. Okay, so you got to. I can't even get rid of him. You got to pay him first. You have to pay him. You can't just go, hey, you're rubbish, mate. You're out. You got to go pay him, and then you can get rid of him. That's not what I wanted. War camp. We'll go here. Where are you, Newbert? Right, you can be fired. Okie dokie. So now we're going to have to replace him. So what we'll do is we'll grab another one of these guys. There you go. He's replaced. Now, that's pretty easy because we're early on, but once the guys start building levels, they become a lot more valuable than that, and you really don't want to do that. Just before I go, I know this has been a long one, so I'll try to, what are we, an hour and 12, it's about the same for this. I will quickly go through, we've got a little bit more money, but not enough to do skills yet. Once we get our shipment in, so that'll probably come in the next, well, actually, I can do it right now. Oh yeah, to our shipment request has been sent to Bergen. Have received the payment and been rewarded. Your shipment request sent to Grand Theos have received. You've been rewarded. The shipments you sent to Grand Theos. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so we're on just over a K in cash, and we've got 46, so we can send more, or we can save it up for the next shipment request. So I'm gonna show you real quick what we're gonna do with that hero. So I always do my heroes first, and I wait until my frontline chaff have got up to be tough enough that it's worth spending the money on them, basically. We're going to updo his ballistics for that range damage and hit chance. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into skills. We're going to confirm that. We are going to go into his passives, and we're going to go archery. And that quick load reduces the cost of reload action by 1 point. This is absolutely a monster on ranged because it's just going to allow you to put out more damage. So we're going to do that. Timing this is really good. So he's out for 2 turns. So there's 2 options here. We can either buy another leader and swap them in and out as we do it, which is a good way of doing it, but I would do it. I would recommend that later on when you got a little bit more money. We don't have any shipment requests right now, so it's not too much of a stress if we go through the days. So only when you got a shipment request, it's counting down the days. Our priest, well, he is going to get his toughness put up. This gives him more health, better range resistance, and more critical reduces the chance he'll be critical hit, and ups his poison resistance. So this is really good for him. Tanks obviously want to go that route if they're so toughness if you're running heavy armor, so because you're losing your dodge, remember. If you're running light armor, then agility if you want to do a tank, basically. We're going to go to those spells. Does he have any? No, he hasn't got spell points yet, so he does have skill points. I don't think there was much in that. We're going to go... What have we got? Strength. Adrenaline rush, exhaustion. No, we don't want any of that. Mighty charge, swift charge. Nope. Combat savvy. Melee resistance by... what is this? So increase melee resistance by 5% can only be used while not engaged, not stackable. So that's an active skill. We want a passive. We're going to go passive. Okay, so we've got a couple here. So first one is increases base wound value of the warrior by 20. So that's going to jump him from 131 to 150 for 180 cold, which makes him a lot more beefier. I mean, straight off the bat, that gives him a big boost to health. So that's probably worth doing. We could also look at shield specialist. Increases melee resistance and parry chance by 5% when equipped with a shield. So that'll take him up to nearly 40% for his shield, which would be good. Flash parry increases parry chance by 10%. So really, really good, because that's going to jump him to 44%. So we're going to do flash parry. So increases your parry chance by 10%. Now the next one of that is 20%. Because this guy's going to be parrying all day long. Cool. So he's out for 1 day. And then we're going to... Got 760 here. So we're going to keep going here. Do our ranged up. Skills. Confirm. And what's he got? Yeah. But we're doing range. So we want quick reload. Reduces the cost of reload action by 1 point. Confirm. Down to 580. Don't want to go too much lower. But we do have one more, and this is going to help us get those fight. Now, he might not get an extra shot yet because it's only going to reduce it by 1, and I don't think that's enough. However, this is worth getting early on because as soon as they upgrade in levels a couple of times, they're going to get that extra red pill, and you're going to be able to do it just pretty quickly. Cool. Also, before they do get Hochland rifles, you want that because it's a 3-point changeover for them. All right, so we've spent a bit of money. We've upgraded all of our damage dealers. Damage dealer. Our tanks just got a little bit more health. And we're going to do the same with him. We're going to give him some more health when he comes. And we've got more damage across the board. So we've done pretty well. All right, guys, that's going to be it. That is just on nearly an hour and 20 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've learnt a little bit about the game, some of the mechanics. Hopefully you're learning from the first ones. If this is your first time watching, as I said, go back and watch 1 and 2. Mordheim City of the Damned, Beginner's Guide, Witch Hunter playthrough. Please do hit the like button, guys. I know I'm getting views on it, but I think, as I've said in the other ones, sometimes people just forget to hit the like. Really would help me out if you do the like, guys. Or leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. You can catch us also, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. It's on both at Dog Shadow Gaming. You can catch us on Instagram at Dog Shadow Gaming, and you can catch us on Twitter at Dog Shadow Game 1. I am trying to set up a Minds account now, but it's really being painful. So we'll try to be on that too. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching, and you have a great evening, morning, night, day, whatever you're doing. See ya. Bye.